Welcome to the 5-Minute English Learning Podcast, your quick, no fluff guide to improving your English in just minutes a day. Subscribe now and make English a part of your daily life.
Let's begin our story, The Boy and the Magic Paintbrush. It's a tale, a fictional story, about a young boy and a very special paintbrush.
This story takes place in a small, peaceful village nestled beside a wide, flowing river. Nestled means situated in a cozy or protected spot. Imagine green hills all around and the sound of the water, so peaceful.
Our main character is a boy named Leo. He's kind and helpful, but also very poor. He can't afford the things other children have, like new clothes or toys.
Leo loves to draw, but he doesn't have any paper or pencils. He uses charcoal from the fire to draw pictures on the ground. Charcoal is a black substance made from burnt wood.
He draws birds, animals, and the beautiful landscapes around his village. Landscape means the visible features of an area of land. So, picture the trees, hills, and the river all forming the landscape.
One day, while Leo is collecting firewood near the river, something catches his eye. Catches his eye means something grabs his attention. He sees a shiny object half buried in the mud.
Curious, which means eager to know or learn something, he bends down and pulls it out. It's a paintbrush. Not just any paintbrush, but a beautiful, ornate paintbrush decorated with gold details. Ornate means made in a complicated or decorative way.
He cleans the mud off the brush and notices something very peculiar. Peculiar means strange or unusual. The brush seems to glow faintly. It shimmers in the sunlight.
Intrigued, and a little bit scared, Leo decides to take the brush home. Intrigued means very interested and wanting to know more. He wonders what he can do with this strange and beautiful paintbrush.
Little does he know, this paintbrush is magic. And it's about to change his life forever.
So, the old woman gave the boy the paintbrush. She said, "This brush is magic. Anything you paint will become real. Use it wisely." Wisely means to use it in a good and careful way. Don't waste its magic.
That's a big responsibility for a young boy. Imagine having that power. What did he do first?
He was hungry, of course. He painted a bowl of rice. And poof, a steaming bowl of rice appeared right in front of him. He ate it all up, every single grain.
Wow, a magic paintbrush that can conjure food. That's incredible. Did he paint anything else?
He did. He looked down at his ragged clothes. They were old and full of holes. So he painted himself a beautiful, silk robe. A robe is a long, loose piece of clothing.
So now he had a full belly and a fine robe. He must have been very happy.
He was. But then he started thinking about his family. They were very poor. They lived in a small, crumbling hut. A hut is a small, simple house.
Oh, I hope he used the brush to help them.
He did. He painted a large, beautiful house with a garden full of flowers and fruit trees. He painted a stable filled with strong horses and cows. A stable, that's where you keep animals like horses and cows.
That's wonderful. He used the magic to help his family. He really is a good boy.
Yes, he was a kind boy. He shared his good fortune with his family. They were overjoyed. They couldn't believe their eyes. They moved into the new house and started their new, comfortable life.
So, everything is perfect now, right? Happy ending?
Well, not quite. News of the magic paintbrush reached the greedy ears of a wealthy, but cruel, landlord. A landlord is someone who owns property and rents it to other people. This one was known for being unkind.
Oh no, I don't like the sound of that. What did the landlord do?
He wanted the magic paintbrush for himself, of course. He devised a plan, a sneaky plan, to trick the boy and steal the brush. To devise means to create or invent, often a plan or idea. So, to quickly recap what's happened so far in our story, the boy and the magic paintbrush. A poor, kind boy named Ben finds a magic paintbrush. Anything he paints becomes real. He uses it to help his family and his village.
Exactly. He paints food, clothes, and even a well for his village. This word, well, it means a deep hole in the ground where you can get water. It's very important for a village, especially in a hot place.
Right, but a greedy emperor, a powerful ruler, hears about the magic brush and wants it for himself. He's not a nice emperor. He's selfish and only cares about getting richer.
He's avaricious, a good word to learn. It means extremely greedy for wealth or material gain. The emperor wants to use the magic paintbrush for his own selfish desires, unlike Ben, who uses it to help others.
Good vocabulary. Now, the emperor's soldiers captured Ben and brought him to the palace. The emperor demands or orders Ben to paint things for him. He wants gold, mountains of jewels, and a powerful army. What do you think Ben will do?
Well, we know Ben is a good person. He's honest and compassionate, meaning he cares about other people's suffering. He wouldn't want to help a greedy emperor, would he?
That's the dilemma, isn't it? The emperor is powerful and dangerous. He could punish Ben severely. Severely means in a very strict or harsh way. But Ben also knows the magic paintbrush is too powerful to be used for selfish reasons.
It's a real test of Ben's character. He has to choose between his own safety and doing what's right. This makes the story exciting. It keeps us wondering what will happen next.
Absolutely. So, to summarize, Ben has the magic brush, the emperor wants it, and Ben has to decide whether to use his power for good or give in to the emperor's demands. It's a classic story about good versus evil.
And it explores the idea of responsibility. What should you do when you have a special gift or talent? Use it for yourself or for others? That's the question Ben faces. It's a great lesson for all of us.
So, the boy started painting. He painted food for his family because they were very poor and often went to bed hungry. To go to bed hungry means to sleep without eating dinner. It's a sad thing, especially for children.
He painted a loaf of bread, a juicy roast chicken, and a bowl of steaming rice. Steaming means very hot, with steam rising from it, like when you cook something. And it all became real. Imagine that.
His family was so happy. They had a feast, a big and special meal. They were amazed, completely surprised and delighted by the magic.
He continued using his paintbrush. He painted warm clothes for his family because their clothes were old and ragged. Ragged means torn and worn out. It describes clothing in poor condition.
He also painted a sturdy house for them because their old house was leaky and drafty. Leaky means water could come in through holes in the roof or walls. Drafty means cold winds could blow through cracks. It wasn't comfortable.
The boy was so kind and generous. He used his magic paintbrush to help others in need. He even painted a new well for the village because the old one had dried up. A well is a deep hole dug in the ground to get water.
The news of the magic paintbrush spread like wildfire. Spread like wildfire means that the news traveled very quickly. Everyone in the surrounding villages heard about the amazing boy and his magical gift.
Some people were filled with awe and admiration, but others, well, some people had different ideas about how to use such a powerful tool. Awe is a feeling of respect and wonder. Admiration is a feeling of respect and approval.
And that's where our story takes a turn. Let's look at a few more interesting expressions before we continue. The word greedy describes someone who always wants more than they need.
Envious describes someone who is jealous of what other people have. And cunning means clever in a tricky or deceptive way, sometimes to achieve something bad.
Keep these words in mind as we move into the next part of the story because someone greedy, envious, and cunning is about to appear. Okay, let's recap the story of the boy and his magic paintbrush. Remember, it's a story about the power of art, but also about responsibility. The boy, named Ko, was poor but kind, and he used the paintbrush to help others. He painted food for hungry people, which magically became real.
Yes, he had a good heart. He wanted to use his gift for good. Initially, he painted things he and his mother needed like food and warm clothes. He was careful, understanding the magic could be misused. The word, initially, means, at the beginning, or, at first.
Exactly. He was cautious at first. But things changed when the greedy emperor heard about Ko's magical paintbrush. The emperor, a man who loved gold and power, wanted the brush for himself, driven by his avarice. Avarice means extreme greed for wealth or material gain.
The emperor tricked Ko and imprisoned him, ordering him to paint gold and jewels. Ko, however, was clever. He agreed, but he had a plan to outsmart the emperor. He asked for specific things to make his painting more realistic, like a golden mountain in the distance and a vast ocean.
He painted a beautiful scene, a golden island far across the ocean, tempting the greedy emperor. The emperor, blinded by his desire for riches, demanded a boat to sail to the island and collect the gold. Ko, with a mischievous glint in his eyes, painted a boat for him.
The emperor, along with his officials, eagerly boarded the painted boat, sailing towards the illusion of gold. Ko then simply painted a huge storm, with crashing waves and fierce winds. The boat, being only paint, couldn't withstand the storm. Withstand means to resist or hold out against something.
And that was the end of the greedy emperor. Ko used his cleverness and the magic paintbrush to escape and punish the emperor's avarice. He was free to use his gift to help those in need once again. A story with a satisfying ending, showing the triumph of good over evil.
It teaches us a valuable lesson. True wealth lies not in material possessions, but in kindness and using our talents to help others. Ko's selfless acts brought him happiness, while the emperor's greed led to his downfall. Downfall, meaning his ruin or destruction.
Thanks for listening to English Boost. Remember, practice a little every day and you'll see big results. See you in the next episode.